Yeah, you got something popped up.
Well, it's going to be on YouTube, it says, if you want to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Because I keep putting it on these other things, and now we have to be careful what we say. Can't ask some questions we would ask if we were in the meeting.
Hey, you got somebody else who's joined.
Yeah. Hallie Orr. It's a new girl from Harrisburg. I don't know her. I've never got a chance to meet her
Oh, okay.
because we haven't met in person. She took Johnny. So we have that vacancy. Angie's on. Actually, see Hallie.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Cold today.
Strange, crazy weather.
Yeah. Maybe everybody will get on here in a minute and we can get this going.
Okay.
Is your radio on?
No, it's not showing me. But she will. She acts like she
Go grab a shower.
Okay, go grab your
Looks like
shower.
you're on.
Go grab your shower.
Look up there for the video's not on.
Oh, where do you turn that on at? How do you know?
Click on your button.
No, that would just mute.
Can you all hear me? This is Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. I can hear you.
All right.
This shirt almost escaped.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Hey, David.
Good afternoon.
No.
Oh, I like those. Are they horses behind you
Yes.
or llamas? I could go
That
either
is
way
pretty.
with that, really, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
know. No, they're horses.
Okay, okay. Or big dogs, I guess, if you're into.
No, there is one dog.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
see
see
the
your
one
dog.
dog. He looks like my dog, actually. Yeah, so that's good. So, Miss Glover, do you see that there's a button down in the lower left-hand corner, mute my audio? Is there a red slash through that?
Hmm.
I think Miss Glover is having a hard time connecting with her mic.
Oh, she said she can't hear anyone talking. I don't know if her not having a microphone by her name just means that she's not on mute.
Right.
Because I only have the microphone next to my name whenever I put myself on mute.
Mhm.
And you can still hear talking. So then it's about her speakers. Right. Okay.
But she may just need to call in. I'll let her know that.
Yeah. Okay. Angie, do you know, was Miss Marilyn going to go to Fran's library again?
It's supposed to be. Do you want me to call over there and check on her?
I mean, I know we sent it over there. I'm assuming Fran's working today. I didn't hear one way or the other, but
I'll just call real quick and say,
okay.
Awesome. Wireless caller.
okay, she said that she is on her way and Fran is trying to set up the computer for her.
Okay. Okay. And then do you know about oh she Rhonda, Miss Rhonda, yeah. I mean her yeah.
I've not
Just
heard
another-
anything from Miss Rhonda.
Okay, I didn't know if she was able to make it or not today.
Okay, all right, bye-bye. Marilyn's on her way. She thought it was at 4:30. She's at the door.
Okay.
Thursday at,
Actually,
we
they
have
have
to be
to-
there at 9:30.
We have a meeting tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, Wednesday we have to be there at 9:30 or 9.
Thursday.
No, Wednesday at 9:30 for to pack everything up and then they're gonna feed us.
Well, I think I got a text from.
I
Hey, Miss
promise.
Fran,
And then,
Hey,
and then
can you hear me?
and then-
I
and then
can.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm trying to get it set up for Miss Marilyn.
Okay.
Let you know you're busy. Thank you.
This is Jeannie. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. I'm not signed on to Zoom. Well, I am signed on, but there's no microphone by my name. So I'm calling in.
Okay.
Okay. I think I got it situated. I'm gonna go get it ready for her. Get Miss Marilyn should be here soon.
Okay.
Get it set up for her.
Did everybody have a lovely Mother's Day?
I
I
did.
did.
Okay. Just checking to make sure.
Yep.
All right. Some people live really close to their kids, so they, yeah,
Yeah, it is nice.
yeah. I don't know, it was kind of nasty weather here, but it got a little bit better in the afternoon, or at least it didn't rain in the afternoon, but it was pretty cloudy the whole time. I don't know. How was it down in Harrisburg?
It was okay. It rained that morning.
Yeah. Of course, now that the week is back and everybody's working, now it's completely lovely all week. Yeah. Yeah. Sunny, nice.
Yes.
It's not too hot. Oh, well. Did anybody make you breakfast in bed or anything like that? No,
Not me.
no. I got donuts. Did that count? I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I would
close.
say that counts.
okay.
Well, my son-in-law cooked breakfast for us, so,
Oh,
but not
there you
in
go.
bed, but he cooked all the breakfast, so,
But he cooked all the breakfast, yeah.
and cleaned up the kitchen, so.
Oh, that's probably
That's the
actually
best
the
part
more
right there.
important. Yeah, that's the more important thing maybe of
Yes.
the whole, yeah. And clean up the kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, my husband supervised.
Okay.
That's his job, he says. He just supervises, so.
I wonder if Marilyn thought that it was starting at 4:30.
That's what Fran says. She thought it was at 4:30. So
Right.
if we, we run through this stuff pretty quickly, and then we start meeting in person, we probably could start back at 4:30 but then again, if you wait 5-10 minutes on somebody,
Right.
That's
Maybe we
good.
could split the
Yeah.
difference in August, maybe, and do it at like 4:15 or something.
4:15, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're gonna get back to that point where we can meet at in person for the August meeting. Right? And so, but I just don't know, the only other thing that would mess that up, but I'm trying to keep it open, is that because we're doing construction here, we might end up having to use the round room, which is kind of our only room to use it for some storage, maybe. So, and anyway,
Hey, Marilyn's here, so I think, can we get started now?
Well, who's that message from, Tanya, that just popped up and said that I can't hear anybody?
Well, so that was from Miss Glover, and she had called in, but I
Yeah.
see now the phone number is gone, so I think she's back out again. I don't know if she can hear us now. I asked her in the chat. Yeah, she had called.
Yeah, she called. Could hear her a minute ago, but she said she was just gonna call in, so.
Maybe her
But
phone.
she's gone from my screen now, yeah.
Yeah, maybe give it a couple more minutes, just to make sure. I mean, you have enough for a quorum really right now, but it'd be nice to make
Yeah.
sure that she gets a chance to get in there and maybe get a chance for Miss Rhonda to make it as well, so.
Did Fran give the group my apologies? I thought the meeting was at 4:30. I thought I was going to be early. I apologize.
You are right on time.
Oh, thank you. How is everybody?
Good.
Great. My daughter and her husband moved to New Zealand at the end of September. And it's really hard for us to talk on the phone. She has a plan and it costs ungodly amounts for each minute if I call her. So I wait for her to call me, and she not only called me for Mother's Day and my birthday weekend, but she had ordered a cheesecake from somewhere in New Jersey and flowers, and they were delivered to the house. I thought that was such a happy thing to receive, unexpected
Very sweet.
and so roundabout.
There is a program, if you have a smartphone or you have a tablet of some sort, that you can talk to each other for free, even though she's in New Zealand,
really?
called WhatsApp. You can talk to each other and you can text each other for free.
Well, we do text, iMessaging is what we use just to chat, but what's the name of?
It's literally called WhatsApp.
Okay.
It's WHAT. Let me look it up just to make sure. WhatsApp, WHATSAPP. And it's like a green square, and then there's a circle in the middle with a phone. But you actually can not only use it to chat with, but you can also call somebody. As long as you have Wi-Fi and they have Wi-Fi, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can talk to them on the telephone.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I would still write with a feather quill pen if I could.
I'm happy to just call me up. I mean, I'm happy to tell you. And now look, I've had it for such a long time. They don't charge me. I don't know if they started charging people or not, but still, even if it's only like $1.99 a month or something, it's certainly a lot cheaper than calling on the regular phone. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much.
Sure.
do you want me to call Miss Jeannie and see what's going on, or?
I guess,
Go ahead and call her.
yeah.
Okay, I called the home phone and her husband tells me that she's in a meeting on a Zoom meeting. And so I said, well, that's why I'm calling about. He said, well, call her cell phone. And so I did, and she didn't answer. So she may be trying to dial in and I was interrupting her or something. I don't know.
She maybe not have very good cell phone signal at her house.
Yeah, I could tell that it was cutting out when she was on temporarily a while ago.
Okay.
Was that about Rhonda or
Dr. Glover.
Rhonda? Dr. Glover.
Well, probably we need to get started in any case. I don't know that you sent me an agenda. And so I don't know how much you have to get through, Angie, which is okay. I mean, but we probably need to be rocking and rolling so we're not late for the 5 o'clock meeting.
Okay. I assume, Ms. Renicky, you'll start us out. You got the agenda?
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. And surely by now we have had time to read the minutes. And if there isn't any changes, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as written. Anyone want to make that motion?
I so move, Marilyn.
And a second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye. Okay. And then Angie, we go to our financials. Is there anything that we need to, anything in particular we need to, let's see, we've got our millage collections on here and what we've collected so far this year.
For the first quarter,
Yes, okay. And then on page 5, we have other income listed, so.
And on page 5, the CD which matured, and so we've got the new, and I didn't get that information in time when I sent this other, But they
Yeah.
did put those in two separate CDs as you requested. One's for
Okay.
12 months and one's for 36 months. And so I'll have that information in the next board
Okay.
book for y'all.
All right. Page 6. It's the budget detail report.
Yeah, I don't see anything that jumps out at me that's anything different or out of the norm.
Well, on the other sundry insurance, why is that in red? The $31 or down online?
Yeah, I see that. I guess it was a little bit more than what they expected for our
Yeah.
budget because those amounts for
Yeah.
the fire, for the insurance actually comes from the county judge's office.
Yes.
And they usually get an estimated amount and put that in there for us.
Okay. So apparently it was a little more than they thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which I think, see, fire and extended coverage. I think what it was, those two are kind of combined in a way. Line 52 and 54.
Yeah.
As you see, we had remaining $100 for that one.
Yes.
And so they may have got it mixed up and just didn't budget it correctly.
Well, all righty. Anybody else have any questions about the budget report? If not, I'll take a motion to accept the financials. Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a
Support.
motion to accept the financials.
Okay, in a second.
I second.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then you-
unfortunately, it's just the two of you that can make the motion and
Yeah.
second it today, so, yeah,
We'll take turns.
yeah.
Okay, then you've
I mean, I
got
can make motions all day, but nobody will listen to me anyway, so
No.
it doesn't.
Then do we want to try to elect new officers? It's on my agenda here.
Is it your first term or your second term of being the president right now?
I'm not president.
Oh,
Juanita was vice president and she has moved
Dr.
on.
Glove-
We don't really officially have a vice.
Yeah, and Dr. Glover is president.
Yes.
I see, it looks to me like she just popped back up in. There's
Okay.
another person who's called in.
Okay, and I'm the past president, so.
On the officers, I've never served, and I think I have one, possibly 2 years left. So I take that back. I was vice president one year. And we nominated, I think it was the year that Linda Hinton came in. And the girl from Lepanto nominated her. Anyway.
But we do need a vice president. Right, Angie?
Yes, I guess so.
You want me to
Although you're doing
volunteer?
okay.
Well, thank you.
I'll volunteer.
Well, can I nominate you? I nominate Marilyn, I don't know. To be our new vice president, how's that?
I don't think I ever had to serve but one time where whoever was president when I was vice president. I think just that the one time.
Well, I guess me and Hallie can both vote. We vote for you for vice president. Don't you? How's that? I don't know. All those in favor say aye. Aye. So you can be the new vice president. How's that?
Okay, because I know y'all always can be there, so that's a good point.
All right.
That work, Tanya, David?
Believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you
I
guys
do
also
have-
need a new president?
Excuse me?
Do you also need a new, well, is it a
President.
president or a board chair?
A board chair, really.
Well, or
It's my
whatever
fault
it's
for
called,
going
but
down the
yeah.
president road, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, they're usually redone in October, but we
Okay.
were so swamped.
Okay, so we just needed to fill the one.
I mean, I'm fine with Dr. Glover continuing being, if nobody else has, I mean, I'm saying, if even,
Right,
Yeah.
right. I didn't remember when you
how
guys
long do
elected new members or if you were just filling the one because
yeah.
John
Well,
had
how
to
often do you all re-elect new officers?
annually, once a year.
You say it's been a year, so I'm wondering if we need to go ahead and do I don't know.
Well, you can
man.
only serve 2 years, right?
You can only serve 2 years and then you have to, and then you can't be an officer, or at least you can't be that officer. You could serve 2 years as like vice president and then 2 years as president or whatever, or
Well, I've
chair
already
and vice
been-
chair. Yeah.
I don't
I've
think
already
she's,
been vice president. Should I not?
I don't think Dr. Jeannie served 2 years.
I think hers will be 2 years
No,
in October.
this-
And it's coming up October.
This is
There you
this
go.
is Jeannie.
Hey, Jeannie.
Yeah. I will serve again as president if we can have in-person meetings. I cannot do these Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
I will not
understand.
do the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, we're shooting for
So-
August to have the in-person meeting. We're just not quite safe yet to do it, because this meeting unfortunately is okay with just the 7 or 8 of us. But then when I start talking about Crowley Ridge, that's a minimum of 12 board members, plus I'm there and then Angie's there and or Sarah's there, Tanya's there. Then you're talking like 15 people. And even if we spread out as much as we can in the round room, but that's really why we haven't done it. But we're shooting for August to do that again, to have in-person meetings.
Well, I understand that, and I will serve if we have in-person meetings. Otherwise, I can't do it.
Would you consider serving as president? And if we can't have in person that first meeting, then if I am vice president or however we work it, someone else could preside in your place in August and you could stay
That's fine with
president.
me.
I mean,
Yes, I will do that.
I hate to promise that I can do that and then not be able to do it, but the only other choices that you have is like Marilyn goes to the Mark Tree branch and she's sitting there right now. We have 2 board members that come here to the library and then they sit in front of computers here at the library in separate rooms. What we cannot do is we can't have a mixed meeting because that's really where it gets really hard to hear everybody. If I have 5 people in a room and then everybody else is on the Zoom call, the 5 people are only trying to use the one microphone at the one computer for the 5 people, and then you can't hear everybody. So if it gets down to it, then if I could ask you to drive somewhere to one of the branches, then I can set you up at one of the computers, then it won't be a problem. Yeah.
That would be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
And Miss John Ada Faulkner used to come here when we had our meetings. I would set her up in the meeting room too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I will do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I'm
I will be glad to do that.
I should have offered you to do it this time. I just didn't realize you were having such technical difficulties, or you could have easily done that today. You could have been in Harrisburg or wherever you wanted to go.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't think about doing that, and I'm sorry for all the confusion.
Okay, but we're happy that you're the president. How about that?
May I-
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
May I say something? I think it would work possibly here at the Mark Tree Library that we both could be set up. I'm on a friend's iPad or something like an iPad, but someone else could be set up at a computer inside the library.
I'm not sure she has another one with a speaker. Is the problem. She's bringing her tablet for you.
Okay. Well, I have an iPad.
Well, we can work out the details. And if we can't work out Mark Tree, then I will I will come to Harrisburg. Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's great.
okay.
There
All
is
right.
one more thing on the agenda. I think I talked to Miss Dr. Glover Jeannie about that, about the personnel policy. The county personnel policy has listed that the employees must work 37 and a half hours to be considered full-time. And so to be considered full-time, they wouldn't, if they work less than those hours, they're not eligible for, say, their vacation and their PTO time as well. And so the county is okay with leaving us with our 2 branches because they work 35 hours a week. They're okay with that, but Ms. Walker wanted to make sure that it was okay with you all. So possibly if we could make a motion that you are in agreement to keep those branches currently at the 35 hours to receive their benefits. Am I saying that right, Dr. Glover?
That sounds right. Yes, that's
Okay.
that's what I understand from our conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you asking me and
I'm
Tanya?
asking as the board
Yeah, okay.
to let those branches continue to be 35 hours and let those 35 hours be considered full-time. Because if it's not agreeable or you would have to bump them up to 37 and a half hours for them to be able to receive their benefits.
Okay. How many hours do they have that they work now that the library is closed? In other words, how many of like free hours do they have to like clean and do stuff like that?
I think they have about an hour a day.
Oh, so 5 hours.
I think, roughly, give or take.
Okay. I will admit, I mean, on the outset, of course, I don't want anybody to lose any of their benefits. This is just my opinion, and I'm not on the board, so I don't want anybody to lose their benefits or anything. But I will say that Tanya and I have talked about trying to normalize the hours because the branches are your branches and our branches also are kind of all over the place. I mean, it's hard to remember, oh, well, this branch is open here, and then this branch is open there. We have had that discussion. I admit that we haven't sat down and sort of said, well, could all the branches be open from this hour to this hour or something like that? But like even you, Fran, have this sort of like you're open Friday morning and then you're not open Friday afternoon, but then some of the others are open Friday afternoon. And it's just, so if you remember, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we normalized the library here in the main library because the hours were all over the place and nobody could remember when we were open or anything like that. And so it may be that this is also a good time to not today, but I mean that would better ensure that they would be working the 35 hours or the 37 and a half hours, you know what I mean? And so it could be a combination of that. It could be a combination of just giving them more free time when they're closed to do some work. I mean, there are possibilities, but from our point of view, it's yeah, I mean, that's the board's decision, but I wouldn't have any problem with that. Yeah.
So we're looking at 2 things to consider. One, standardizing the timing of the work hours, and the other is making it 35 hours or else raising it to 37 and a half. Is that correct? Okay.
Well, I don't think that the motion that you need right now is about normalizing the hours, but I will say that could be a possible solution if the county wanted us to raise their number of hours to 37 and a half. I guess that's really what I'm saying.
Well, they're okay with it, and they were okay with just leaving it alone. But Ms. Rhonda wanted to make it official that it was, in our board minutes that you were okay with leaving them at the 35 hours. And you could put that in your motion that you want to leave them at the 35 hours until, and maybe in the future, until we get ready to increase their hours, that maybe that's our plan, maybe to help increase them later or something.
Okay. But the county's okay, even though they're 2.5 hours short from the rest of the county workers, to still allow them to have their benefits and everything.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, well, why don't we just do the simple one with whatever Miss Rhonda wanted to be in the minutes, and then maybe Tanya and I can be working on that for the August meeting and come up with some sort of a suggestion as to hours, and then we can deal with that as a separate entity. Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, I move that our board set the required work hours at 35 hours per week. Do you need more than that?
I don't think so. Maybe just to say a minimum of 35 hours a week.
All right, the minimum is 35 hours.
Belt's twisted.
Okay.
Yeah.
To receive their full benefits. Do we need to add that on there?
Yes.
To receive their full benefits, yeah, from the county.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I just added that.
There you go.
Thank
I'll
you.
second.
Am I still running the meeting, or is Jeannie running the meeting?
I think you're doing fine if you'll just continue.
Okay, well, since you were there, I was gonna let you go ahead. Okay. We have the motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Okay. So what else do we need to work on, Angie? Anything
That's
else?
all I have. That's it that I know of, unless there's something you all want to discuss.
Anyone have any new business to bring up?
No, I don't think so. So the next meeting really doesn't start till 5. You guys could probably get off and then use the same link to get back on at 5 o'clock. It's a Crowley Ridge meeting. We don't have that much to do, but I do need a quorum. So if all of you could come back again, that would really, I would really appreciate that. We only have them once every quarter. I think I sent all of you a copy of the minutes, and I sent it to Fran. So hopefully she has given you the copy of the Crowley Ridge board, but it's only just the minutes and the third quarter budget and some other announcements. So
Let me double check to see if Fran is, I think she's here until 5:30, but it's being Monday, I'm not sure. I'll be right back.
okay. But in any case, you guys don't need to hang out here necessarily for the next 20 minutes. We can all get off and then come back on at 5 o'clock. So
Okay.
okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. See you at 5.
Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. Did you get the copies for the next meeting?
Is this what they are? This is for Marilyn. Give to your board member when she drops by.
If it's
from the
for
county
me,
library.
I can fax a copy over there. If you didn't
Let
get
me
a
see
copy.
what you here. I hadn't opened it yet. This was here at the library. No, this is another copy of our board meeting.
Okay, let me, I'll pull that email up and fax those right now to you, okay? If you'll just go out front and get those when they come through the fax machine. That okay?
That's
All right.
fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're mighty welcome.
All right. So Angie, you don't normally stay for the next meeting. Is that right?
I don't.
Okay. So it was lovely to see you.
I mean, anytime that, that you all want me to stay or anything, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's really, no, you don't need to stay. You're
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'm making copies of your next meeting and fax them over at Marktrade.
okay. The Crowley Ridge?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.
I'm just making sure it done it before I let go.
Okay,
Come through the printer. Let's make sure it's going through the printer. Okay, thanks.
you're all good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I will talk to you later.
All right, thanks, David. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I need to fax from the Marktrade.
I put down the numbers.
I got them. Yesterday's or Friday's? Yeah, I got them.
I know, but I shouldn't have forgotten.
Well, I did sometimes. I have to get them out of the bucket. All right, Marktrade. Here we go.
I never did get that sheet that said that was sent,
Okay.
but it did go big.
Okay, so, I can show you when this.
I
goes
did
through.
that,
Always
always
print.
print, and
I
it
don't know.
was okay.
I don't know, I wish there was a way we could set that we'd always done it regardless.
I keep it just in case.
The ding dong go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, you know who that girl was, don't you?
I don't know, but she comes in here and never wears a mask. I have to tell her 2 times that she's supposed to wear a mask.
It's Les Kaplan's daughter,
I wonder, that makes sense.
and, you know, her son is married to Ricky Kate's daughter.
I will.
Mm-hmm. They got cute little kids,
Yeah.
but I don't think they have nothing to do with
Lisa. Really?
Mm-hmm. Now Hannah may,
Yeah.
but I don't think her brother does.
Hmm.
And he married, you know, a black girl, and they got 2 cute little kids. His name's Ford.
Is it because Lisa and them don't accept them or what?
Well, because Lisa don't act right, and Dave Gardner beats her up all the time.
Really?
Yes. And she's got her one of them cabins, and she's put out Billy Keplinger's place, but she has to fix the hole inside of it. You know, it just comes in the trailer.
Yeah.
And Billy Keplinger's let her put it out on his place. But that, yeah, Thomas,
Well, how's Lisa accountability?
you know, he just takes care of people. You know, he's always took
I
care
thought
of
her name was Kathleen.
It is, but they're not counting it.
Okay. I got you.
No, she come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, Hannah's name is Kathleen, but her son, I would know him. I've never seen him, that I know of. His name is Ford. Last name's Ford. But, yeah, Thomas said that, I was wondering where we could put this.
What is it?
The Mitford series in order, and we have every one of them. And Dorothy Ames already checked this out to her. It's checked out and ready to go, and I put her a copy of this. So since I went to the trouble to look them up,
Well, put it in our book.
or not book,
Mm-hmm.
because, she said she wanted to read the series, and I'm like, do I need to order some, or do we
It's
have?
probably in your library too.
We have all of them.
Okay, let me call her real quick.
Has, Jane Morris read the Mitford series?
She's probably won't read them.
She
She's
won't.
picky. I picked her out some things before and her not read them. I'm not going to make no more suggestions. I need the phone. Never mind, I'll just use my cell.
Here,
Angie,
Yes.
I don't think that you got off of the meeting.
Okay. I'm not sure how to do that.
There's
'Cause
a
I put-
little leave button as when you put the arrow
Well-
up where your picture is, just move your
Well,
arrow around.
I minimized it because of going to my email
Oh, if you make
and I
it
don't
big
see it
again,
anymore.
there's a little leave button down at the.
Oh, I've got it
right-
back open now.
Right down in the right corner. If you
I
move
see it now. Yes,
There
I got
you
it
go.
back open. Thanks, David.
Okay, no
I
problem.
appreciate it. Bye, y'all.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Bye.
I have the regional minutes now.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm gonna mute myself because I have some other work I need to do, but I'll see you in about 14 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Say something. I'm gonna say something to you. And I should be on though. I've started. How
You
come
what?
my picture's not showing though?
Oh, do you see that in the lower left-hand corner, it says start video?
I
Oh, there you
did.
go. Oh, you
I
left
did, but
again.
it keeps clicking off.
Oh, let me go get one of the guys to help you then. Oh, there you go. You're on now. There you are. Did you spend as much money as my wife did on
I
the?
spent more.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We may need to go back though. I just called a while ago. Oh, green tickets are $1 now.
Ah, well, look, I'll just remind you that we are live on YouTube. So in any case, I just have one little thing to finish up here. So I'm gonna mute myself and finish this up and then I'll be back on, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
There we are.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
You're very welcome.
I don't guess I have to wear my mask in here,
I
do
don't believe so. No.
I? Thank you.
That's Hollywood. Oh, so that is the agenda? Oh, so there's really nothing to. I noticed he didn't put anything on the agenda about us talking to those people. That, has that been resolved?
About the what?
Oh, you're back on, David.
Yeah.
You know, our dispute with that other library system, has that been resolved or?
Oh, you mean with about the, yeah, I don't think we've heard anything back, but I would have to ask Mr. Kurt.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything back yet. We did send them the responsive letter, essentially breaking down what our position is on it, but and telling them to conduct themselves accordingly. I expect the next thing we're going to hear back is something from their council pointing us to what they say would have been required to terminate, but we'll see what they say when they come back.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear anything from you, and I figured you would have told me, and that's why I didn't put it on the agenda yet. So
yeah, we haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll let you know when we do.
okay, all right, very good. Yeah. Ms. Passmore, how are you doing today?
Doing fine. And how about you all?
Pretty good. Just busy trying to get stuff done, of course, but that's okay. I'd rather be busy than not.
You had enough of that, didn't you, during the virus?
Yeah. Well, we were kind of busy in a different sort of way during the virus, and so, but we're slowly getting back to our normal business.
It's good to see people in here.
Yeah, that is true. So
All the hours and everything back to normal now?
yeah, we did that at the beginning of this month, and so we're back up to 7 days a week in our normal hours that were open, and both doors are now open again and things like that. So so yeah, we're all rocking and rolling. So I'm going to run for just a second to do a small errand, and I will be right back in about 3 minutes. Okay. I don't want you to think that I've left you, because I have not.
I don't know that we've got a quorum. We'll see.
We have a little bit of time left. The other group just met, and they were going to come back on at 5 o'clock, but
Okay.
okay, but we should. I hope we do. Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, Dr. Lilly, how you doing?
We're doing well.
I see you have a helper today, so that's good.
She wants to join us for a little bit before we officially start. Okay.
She could probably stay the whole time if she really wants to.
She actually has soccer practice at 6 o'clock. So
No, we will definitely be finished before 6 o'clock. No problem.
and then some young lady needs to get dressed for soccer and go to the practice field, right?
And what is her name?
See, my name is Caitlin.
Oh, you're beautiful young
My
lady.
pretty girl.
Very
How old are you, Caitlin?
Yes, Passmore.
How old are you?
How are you?
Oh, and there's another one.
There was Abby, still working on her homework.
Oh.
Well, really schoolwork because she's still virtual.
The poor kids that have parents that are teachers, man, they can't get away with murder. They can't get away with anything. I'm telling you, it's not right.
Okay, you can go. You can go read some books, okay? Read some library books, okay? Go. Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well, I'm expecting a few more. We do have just a quorum right now, but let's kind of hold off and see if a couple more can join us.
Yeah, the traffic is terrible.
Well, I learned the lesson from our past face-to-face meetings. Leaving, well, especially bad if you meet at 5:30 because you leave kind of around that 5:10 time. It just takes forever. I have to wait several traffic lights at each stop.
Yeah, 10 minutes really makes such a difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
that 5 o'clock really helps a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, my wife has started leaving a little bit early so she can avoid all the traffic. And so, yeah. There's only so many, it depends on where you live or where you're going. There's only so many ways that you can get there. And even if you go the back way, inevitably you will get to one of those points. And then,
Yes, well, I have to get to Parker to get to Southwest, and that is basically just a bottleneck.
Yeah.
Huh, wow.
I cannot go any way. I mean, both directions are bad.
I got you.
The bumper.
All right. We have more than enough now for a quorum, so.
I'm going to call the meeting to order. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the February meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I hear a move to approve the minutes as written?
I move that the minutes be approved.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The minutes are approved. David?
Okay, so for the budget, it's just the third quarter update. Everything is just moving along kind of smoothly. There's no real surprises that I know of or anything like that. So we did in line 9, you'll notice that we used all $700 of the staff development. I'm sorry, we did not use any of that money for the staff development. Okay. I thought we had used, Sarah, I thought we used some for the.
That's coming out in the last quarter.
Okay. We had somebody that had taken some library courses, and if you remember, we helped them with the first 12 hours, and then the state library covers the other 24 hours to get your degree in the library school. And so there will be a little bit of money coming out of the Crowley Ridge side, and then the rest of the money will come out of the Craighead side. So, yeah, I don't think there's really anything that's bad. Everything's looking good in terms of the budget. So I guess you would need a motion maybe to just approve the third quarter minutes, third quarter budget.
Do I hear a
So
motion? Did you so move?
I so moved, yes.
Do I hear a second?
Lily Zing second.
All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion is approved.
Okay, and then the only announcements I have, I really wanted to introduce Amanda Eskew. She's our newest board member. And hopefully in August, you'll get to meet her in person. But Mr. Williams, if you remember, Mr. Rick Williams, he decided not to serve a second term. I think he gets really busy with his farm and his grandkids and being retired. And so he decided not to do that anymore. But Ms. Eskew was nice enough to step in and she'll be serving now for at least the next 5 years, I hope. So anyway, but I just
the intention. Yes, I'm happy to be here. Nice to meet you all.
Hello.
So she's just this is her first meeting. So this is the big board of the two boards combined. And so but then we will, if you can stay on, we will have a quick Craighead County meeting after this. But other than that, they are starting construction here at the main library to expand the children's department. So and they just started this week, and so we're going to see how that goes. And we also, unfortunately, we had to cut down 2 of our big trees, but there was a man that was nice enough. He cut some slices off of the trunk, and we're going to try to use that in an educational way and put them up on the wall. And then Miss Passmore gave me a great idea to try to make little tables out of them. And so we might try to do that in the future. And then he's going to come back at the beginning of June, and we saved some of the main trunk, and he's going to slice that into slabs. We have to let that dry out for about a year. And so before we can do anything with that, but the ultimate goal is to either make some tables for the library or some benches or things like that and put them around. So we didn't want them to just chop the tree down and be done with it and never see it again. And so we really kind of wanted to use it for various and sundry things. So I've learned a lot about wood that I didn't know, and it's been educational. So that's good. As a library, I'm a librarian. I'm always good about that. So that's good. But yeah, anyway, so. But other than that, we have we're finally able to dig out our bookmobile a little bit, and the children's department is going around with the bookmobile and going to various and sundry places to give out some information and some things about the summer reading program. It's going to be all online, but you can still win prizes, and there's still ways for you to take and make crafts at your house and everything like that. So we're excited that we're getting that out, and we're going to finally use it for what it's intended for. So, but other than that, unless somebody else has any announcements, we don't really have anything going on. So
I believe this is the shortest meeting on record.
it possibly could be, yes.
Well, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, we're adjourned. So
Okay.
we'll start the Craighead County meeting.
Yeah, so all of you from Poinsett County, you can hang out, but it won't be really that exciting. But thank you for coming and joining us, and I'll see you all in August. Okay.
Hope so.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
It was going to be in person, and he was going to feed us steak.
Yeah, it should be in person in the round room. That's what we're shooting for. So yeah.
Did I hear something? Feed us good or something? Did I hear
What?
that? Didn't I hear you say you're going to feed us well?
I don't think I remember saying anything about feeding you, but I mean, I could try for something if you wanted me to. Yeah, I mean that was the deal for the. Yeah, I can provide some food for you all if that's what you want. Yeah, that's fine.
I second that motion.
Okay, very good. All right. All right, I think if Mr. Kurt is still there, I think we have enough for a quorum for this meeting as well, so.
I am.
Okay, very good.
Okay, I'm going to call the Craighead County meeting to order. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes? Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as written?
Kurt Hawkins so moves.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Minutes approved. David?
Okay, so for the budget, which is on page 5, everything I think is still right on track. We are going to go over in line 26 for the security guard. That is already, I know that. So we decided to keep the security guard for all the hours that were open. And so in the past, before the COVID virus, we only had a security guard for most of the time in the summertime. And then during the school year, we were having a security guard just from 3 o'clock until 7 o'clock. But when the virus hit, then we had somebody from that company come and be here while we were opening, and they helped to check for masks and things like that. So we're not checking for masks anymore, but we're also don't have a designated time for when kids are coming in either, because everything's kind of all mixed up. And we just decided, the staff, I think, has been appreciative of having a guard here all the time that we're open. And it may be that we've kind of gotten to that point where we just need to have a guard whenever we're open. So I asked Sarah to look at and do the math a little bit, and I think we're going to be over by about $5,000 in that particular line of the budget. I'm not worried because there's lots of other places that we will be under, but I just kind of wanted to give you sort of a heads up about that. But other than that, I think everything is all going the way it should. There's no other places that I think that we're going to be going over or anything like that, as far as I can tell. So.
Are you saying you'll be over about $5,000 per third quarter?
We're going to be over probably $5,000 by the end of the year in that particular budget. And I know that we had budgeted more than we normally do because of the COVID anyway. So it's really kind of worked out, but we just thought we would sort of look and see how it went in the summertime. Now we might reevaluate it, and we might cut some of the hours down in the morning, but it's kind of one of these things where it's nice to have somebody in the morning when we have users that are waiting to use the internet services at the public computers, and then we get sort of a lull in the middle of the day, and then we have more people coming in sort of in the mid to late afternoon. But it's hard for me to hire somebody to come for like an hour in the morning and then 4 hours at night. And so that's kind of, unfortunately, then we're sort of stuck in the middle a little bit there. So we're going to just look at it in the fall. Now, if we look at it in the fall and go down, then we won't go down as, we won't be over as much. But I think Sarah and I figured out that if we had somebody here the whole time, we'd go over about that much. So.
I just seemed like I caught a glimpse. Was there something in the paper about somebody being arrested outside the library not very long ago?
I think there was, yeah. Every once in a while, there's things that happen, but I don't believe that they actually were in the library. They were just on the grounds of the library. Yeah.
That's correct. And I don't remember the police being here. My staff is usually very, very prompt to notify me when the police are present. So I believe that this occurred not during open hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they just happened to be outside the library. Yeah. So.
Are you open for fewer hours now?
Well, actually, starting just last Sunday, we opened up our regular hours again. So we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and Saturday, 9 to 5, and Sunday, 1 to 5.
Oh, you're open again on Sunday.
On
Okay.
Sundays again, yeah.
I was curious because a couple of weeks back, I ran back there on a Sunday afternoon without knowing that you change your hours.
Yeah, that was just strictly for the COVID. We are back to full
Gotcha.
hours again, and yeah. So.
So are you, you no longer have a mask mandate or something, right?
We no longer require people coming in to wear the masks. I mean, we have signs up that are encouraging them to do that. The staff is still, we're requiring the staff to still wear their masks. And I know that the numbers have gotten better. I mean, I watch the news almost every day. And nationally, the numbers are getting better and better. And even in the state, they're getting better and better. But unfortunately, in our particular county, only about 21% of the people have been fully vaccinated. So, I mean, every day that's getting better, but our county specifically is a little bit slower than what it could be. And so we're just trying to be cautious. Again, we don't want to be the center of spreading the germs around. I mean, I don't want to get that kind of reputation for the library. That would be terrible. So, but yeah, we're just being cautious. That's all. So I would still need a motion, I guess, to approve this. This is the first quarter budget. Yeah, I need a motion to approve the first quarter budget.
Lily Zan moves that we approve the budget as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Passmore, I second the motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay.
Okay, so the only other announcements that I have is they did start the construction this week. They moved the trailer in on Oak Street, and we've had to block off about 6 spots there, but most of their work is outside. They have to move up a couple of the air conditioning units, he said was one of the first things that they were going to do. They have to finish taking out the stumps of the trees and just move a few things. There's a water system that controls our sprinkler system that they has to move up to the corner. And then we are going to hire them to make a new pad for the Jets bus stop that we're moving around onto Oak Street. So everything's kind of moving along. And then we on the inside are trying to get prepared and trying to move some of the stuff out of the way. The fish tank is going to have to move. And so I've contacted them so that we can get a new fish tank and a stand, and then move the fish out so nothing happens to them in the meantime. And so, yeah, it's just gonna be a sort of a rolling process as they move and work in different areas, but it's exciting. We're excited to have this happen. So the other thing is, just to remind you, we're working on updating our website. And so we've put out the RFP requests to a wide variety of companies, and we're waiting for them to come in and everything like that. And so I have just a reminder for you all that we don't have meetings in June and July because everybody goes and various and sundry places, and they get busy apparently with soccer and stuff like that, which I'm all in favor of. And so, yeah, so that's all good. And then I really have kind of one sad last announcement that this is Miss Passmore's final meeting because she's finished as of the end of July, actually. And so
I thought it was the end of August.
No, it's really the first beginning of August. And so I just want you all to know that she served for 10 years and was off for about 1.5 years. And then now this is her 2nd year of serving on the board. So she served on this library board for 20 years. And so just can't thank her enough for all of her support and good wishes. And it's just been great, her advice and everything. So really.
It's been an honor to serve. And
we shall miss you.
Oh, and I will miss you all too. You're like family.
Well, I know that I will see her because she's involved still in several groups that meet at the library. So I'm sure that she'll be in.
Yeah,
And I know where
yeah.
she lives too, so I can just deliver books to her and see her anyway. So.
Oh, man.
I
So-
noticed, David, you'd sent an email out about a reception for Mr. Donovan. That would probably be nice if some of us went since we served with him for a long time.
Yeah, I tried to send that out to anybody. I don't know that I sent it to you, Miss Amanda, but I sent it to other people that had served with him. But yeah, I think they had wanted to do it about a year ago when he retired, but they weren't able to. So they're going to have a reception for him at the Nettleton Performing Arts Center. I think next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but Wednesday the 19th.
Yeah, on the 19th.
From 1 to 3. So I'm planning on going, and I hope some others can go. And again, he served the board really well. He was on the board for 10 years and served the board really well. So the school reached out to me and asked me if I would send that out. So
Are you saying that he retired last year?
I think he did. Mr.
He did.
Johnson probably could tell us better than anybody when he retired exactly. Oh, I think you're on mute. Yeah, sorry. There you go.
He actually wanted to retire, but there was enough people that they needed his expertise, at least as an advisor for this year.
Oh, okay, so he's
they
really
kept
as an
him on in that
advisor.
capacity. And David, I will be there because I was his number 2 man for the whole time he was at Nettleton.
Right.
So I will certainly go in, not only as a library. He actually replaced me when I left the board the first time.
He did, yeah. Mr. Johnson, yeah. Mr. Johnson is on his second 10-year term, I believe.
These are long-term friends.
Yeah. Hey, once you become a friend of the library, boy, you can't unfriend us now. You have to remain a friend of the library.
Okay, we started young, right?
Yeah, that's good.
This is the 4-year veteran.
Yeah.
Well, actually 5 because she was involved when I was carrying her.
Ah, so younger than that. That's good. Yeah. And then I did want to also introduce all of you that weren't at the last meeting to Miss Amanda Eskew. She is our newest board member, and she's going to serve us well. Mr. Rick Williams, he had decided that I guess his farm and his grandchildren were taking up too much of his time, and so he didn't want to come and serve anymore. But we're happy to have her expertise, and I think it's going to be good. So yeah, it'll all be good.
Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you all.
Have you on board.
I'm excited about this.
Okay, it's a short meeting again. I don't really have anything. That's why I said I knew you'd get the soccer well in hand and well on time there. So Miss Caitlin. So anyway.
This is the next shortest meeting on
It's
history.
the next shortest meeting on record, yeah.
Done for her favor. In her favor.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Lily Zhang so moves.
Second?
Kurt Hawkins seconds.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, nay? See you guys later.
Okay, we'll see you in August. Thank you all very much. Please don't be a stranger. Come in and visit us.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, David.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was late getting here because I clicked on that Zoom thing, and I don't know whether it was my computer or what, but it kept saying waiting, that I was waiting to be
admitted.
Admitted, yeah.
Yeah, Joe should have let you in, but maybe there was some problem getting that. Maybe he didn't get that. Usually it comes to our IT guy, and then he's the one that's letting people in, but maybe he didn't get the notification. Sometimes Zoom does kind of odd things that I don't expect it to do. So yeah.
Well, I would expect it would probably be my computer. It's so old, but anyway, I haven't had that problem before. So
okay.
But that's the reason why I kept waiting, and then I shut the whole thing down and started back again. Just to see if it was something on my end that I had not done correctly.
Well, we really hope to have an in-person meeting in August. That's really what we're hoping for. And then,
that'd be
we
great.
don't have to go through the Zoom again. So So then I'm sure you'll arrive in plenty of time, and I even feed you if you really want a sandwich. And so, yeah. So it's all a good deal to come in person, right?
David, you know I'll be there on time if there's food.
If there's food, okay.
All right. Well, it's good to see everybody, and certainly I'll send Miss Passmore, because we served for a long time together on the board. I'll send
Yes,
her a
we
little
have.
personal note myself,
Well, thank you.
thanking
It's
her.
been-
Oh,
it's
you're
been a
still on
pleasure.
there.
I'm
Well,
still here.
it's good to see you. And how's your family?
Oh, everyone's getting older, just like me.
Uh-huh.
No, everyone's really doing well. I'm
That's
very
good.
blessed. Very
That's
blessed.
good. I'm so glad to hear it. And everybody made it through the COVID, at
Oh,
least this far.
Yes, yes, we have.
Well, very good.
I lost 5 friends to the COVID.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I
And
had 3 funerals. One that I had to do myself, be the minister at in 1 week.
oh my,
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it wasn't like that every week, but it just, man, that was a tough week.
oh yes.
That was a tough week. And
This
since
has
then,
been
we
a
probably
tough
had
year.
3 or 4 other ones,
Mhm.
but none of them have been in our family. So that's good. But they were church friends and close other friends that I knew in the school business and so forth.
I think everyone has been so touched by this.
Oh, yeah.
It's been
And
a
when
very
we thought
difficult
about
year.
Mother's Day on Sunday, just think of the total number of mothers,
Yes,
grandmothers, aunts that have been impacted that weren't here this year
yes,
that could have been. That's just, it's overwhelming.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to miss the next in-person meeting with food.
I think, Miss Passmore, I could probably let you sneak in if you really wanted some, right? You know, I could even run it to you if you really wanted me to. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Me.
All
We've
right.
all made it through
It's
this.
good to see all of y'all, and thanks again.
Thank you all. Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.